Welcome everyone to Century Bowl in Waterford for the exciting regional final of the Bowling Showcase Challenge. I'm your host, Mark Martin, and thanks for joining us for this very exciting regional final match. Once again, I'd like to first thank our host center for this series of regional matches, Century Bowl in Waterford. Now, if you're looking for a fun, friendly, state-of-the-art bowling center, come check out Century Bowl and tell them that Bowling Showcase sent you. Here we are, the final match of the Century Bowl region. Whatever team walks out of here today victorious earns the right to represent the Century Bowl region in the final championship match against the Mary Bowl region winners, Woodland Lanes. So let's take a quick look at today's two final teams for today's regional final match. Today's Century Bowl regional final match features Waterford Lanes squaring off against AMF Rose Bowl. Waterford Lanes, how did they get here? They got here by first beating Mary Bowl back in round one and then beating Team Monopoly in the semifinal round. And AMF Rose Bowl, they punched their ticket by first beating Indian Lanes in that exciting tie match back in round one, then Five Star Lanes in the semifinal round. It's a battle of titans as these two teams grind it out for the chance of representing the Century Bowl region. Hang on to your seats. This battle is going to be epic. That brings us up to speed. As before, I'm joined by Women's Series standout and former Team Canada member Robin Orlikowski to help bring you all the frame-by-frame action. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the final match of the Century Bowl region next on Bowling Showcase.
A lot of professional tournaments. We won a lot of tournaments worldwide. I mean, we won more in the last 10 years worldwide than any company. We make good bowling balls, and good players use our bowling balls because they can win with them.
Okay, so here we are, the finals of the Century Bowl region of the Bowling Showcase Challenge. I got Robin Orlikowski with me. We're sitting here, we're just waiting for this to happen. What do you think is going to happen?
This is exciting. I mean, two new teams to this series competing against each other. This is exactly the position that they want to be in. Whoever, in my opinion, is clean through this match is my prediction is going to be the winner.
So it's a clean game, get you the prize.
I'm thinking.
Get you to be the regional champion. Up on the left-hand lane, Dave Nelson of Waterford.
Decent throw, a little fast.
Ooh, leaves the washout, the 1-2-8-10.
I think his approach was a little quick there. Maybe just a little antsy to get started. Leaves the 1-2-8-10.
Yeah.
So
very makeable spare though.
It is makeable. It just makes it a little bit more difficult when the 8-pin's behind there.
Well, see, I'll disagree with you. I think the 8-pin isn't even affected because if you make it, you're automatically going to make the 8.
Okay.
That's my...
Well, yeah. It's not going to get high enough on the head.
No. Okay. All right. He gets 2.
Open
Again,
frame.
like you've said so many times, you're going to open, be it in the first frame.
First frame.
That's right. Of course, on the other hand, your prediction was clean game gives you a win.
Yeah.
So does that mean they automatically lose?
Well, no, it's still early.
Of course not.
First frame. A lot of bowling still.
Roy Thompson up for the AMF Rose Bowl team on the right-hand lane.
Solid shot there.
A little light.
Posted it, light in the pocket, leaving the 2-pin. So over this series here, we've been seeing a lot of 2-pins left. So to me, it's just the outside's not as dry. Like there's a little hang spot out there.
I agree. That's the way it appears to me also.
All right, no problem.
And covers it easily, Roy does. So Megan Clark up for the Waterford Lanes team, 167 average bowler. She's in the banking industry and been bowling for 22 years.
Her dad's a bowler. He's the one that got her started in the game. Okay.
Nice shot. Good delivery.
Yes.
Solid 4-pin.
Good thing she got that 9 out.
Yeah, that 9 was the last pin to go down.
Yeah. So she's taking her strike ball and she's going to move a little bit right, go left across the lane.
And covers it easily.
Converts, no problem.
Ho-hum.
All right, on to the next
If there is
one.
such a thing in this game.
Now we got Terry up.
A Terry Catchpole on the right-hand lane for AMF Rose Bowl. I should be saying that don't be sad, Fred team. Still haven't figured out what the heck that means. I'll have to ask Tiffany
I'm
Miller
going
that.
to say that probably because Fred's a very happy person, that he's never sad.
Could be. Stuffed it right in there, Terry did.
Solid.
Rose Bowl jumps out to a 12-pin lead after 2 frames, working on a strike.
Nick's been bowling for 24 years, since the age of 4. High average of 217, high series 771, and has 4 300s to his name.
So Nick Hughes on the left-hand lane for Waterford Lanes. Throws the strike.
Great shot.
It's a good shot by Nick.
First strike for their team.
That's right. So Rose Bowl now working on a strike. And Mike Cannon's up with those fancy pants.
His first 300 game at the age of 65, shot it at the state tournament. What a place to do it, like while you're in competition at such a
Absolutely.
prestigious event.
The 2-4-5-8, the bucket.
Yep, so light in the pocket again. He's going to use his strike ball here and hook into it.
Oh, chops it off. So through 3 frames, we have a dead even match. Ty Gordon coming up on the left-hand lane for Waterford. He threw a pivotal strike in the 9th frame of their match against the other Rose Bowl team, Team Monopoly, in the semifinals.
Yeah, sealed the deal.
And he throws a strike
Nice
here.
one.
Gives Waterford a 10-pin lead here in the 4th frame of this final match of the Century Bowl region.
I'd like to see each team giving each other 5s, even though it's cutthroat right now. They're still having fun and cheering each other on.
They are. It's all about pride for the teams, I think.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
pride. Take a win home to their home center. Another little light shot, left the 4-pin, a light 4. We have a light 4 and a heavy 4. That one is a light 4.
Yep. When you have a light 4, you're lucky that you're not leaving maybe the 2 and the 5 with it, or even
That's true.
an 8-pin back there.
So Marcus Zioli for the AMF Rose Bowl team here in the 4th frame covers that 4-pin easily. John Scott, the anchor bowler for Waterford Lanes. Been around for a long time, been bowling for 40 years. Obviously starts with his family. His dad bowled for a number of years also.
He has a high average of 227. All right.
And a strike by John. So Waterford extends their lead to 20 pins here in the 5th frame of the final match of the Century Bowl region here on Bowling Showcase. Okay,
you
Fred
see,
Daniels.
You see a lot of people wearing a sleeve. They're wearing their polo shirt, but then they're wearing a sleeve on their arm. And what that does is it helps keep your arm warm. So in the winter months, it's a little colder. It's just nicer to keep your arms warmer so that your muscles, because
stay loose, right?
Yeah, stay loose, and in between each shot you could get cold, so I wear one occasionally too.
Okay, Fred Daniels here. Throws the strike.
Great shot.
You weren't going to see Fred throw it light.
That was probably the shot that actually carried the best out of all of them, because a lot of his shots have been
light, you know, swishers.
Or the pins are like shifting, almost standing
That's
up,
true.
but that one's so solid.
That's true. So we've reached the halfway point of the final match of the Century Bowl region. Teams are switching lanes. We'll be right back after these messages for the rest of the match right here on Bowling Showcase.
DC, the proprietor of Waterford Lanes, asked me to put a team together that would represent Waterford Lanes and everything. So got a bunch of the people that have bowled at Waterford since DC and Mickey took over the place. So all of us have been together, good friends. We bowled with each other for 10, 15 years, even before DC and Mickey took over Waterford Lanes. Got one left-hander, you know, they carry everything, so he gets a little special, but just good friends, good bowlers, good mix. Guys that throw with thumbs, one with no thumb. Megan's a good bowler, so just bowl our own. We can't control what they do. Just have fun, enjoy. That's what this is, bowling's about, just having fun. So that's what we want. Bring it on, puppy dog.
Perfect.
The hug pickup, the home run swing, the drum major high step, the genuine joy, the unforgettable party, the food, the friends, the original social network. No matter who you are, it's always a great time. Grab your family, find a friend, and go bowling.
We picked a team, good variety of people, you know, wide variety. We got our anchor, myself. We got our good lead off. We got a good strong middle. Perfect. Our team is pretty solid head to toe. Our chance of winning, I'm gonna put them at 99.9. I'm gonna give 1% to the field, you know, just to give them a fighting chance.
So pick one word that describes your team and tell me why.
Undefeatable. Reason being, because we're undefeatable. No point in you coming to bowl. You already lost.
Here we are in the finals, the last half of the final match of the Century Bowl region. Waterford Lane's working on 3 strikes in a row, got a 20-pin lead. The AMF Rose Bowl team, they're working on a strike. We'll see what happens in the second half of the match, right?
Yeah, let's see it. I mean, again, just stay clean, make good shots. When it's your turn to bowl, stay positive.
I say just bring it.
Yeah, do it.
That's right. So your theory about a clean game winning has already been blown because both teams have an error.
Yeah, but the team who opened first is in the lead.
They are. They have a 20-pin lead. Roy Thompson up on the left-hand lane for the AMF Rose Bowl team.
Oh, fell off the shot there a little bit.
He did. Went high, leaves the 4-6-7 split.
So in the situation here, you're only going to go for the 2 on the left.
You definitely on 2 on the left because that gets you 4 pins.
Yep. And if you've heard it before, 2 means 4.
Yep.
This is exactly it.
Being on a strike, you don't want to give away pins when you happen to get a split.
And having that 6 pin in there makes it way more difficult to pick up.
Virtually impossible. Okay. So now Waterford Lane's coming up. David Nelson coming up to lead off. If you remember back in the first frame, he left that 1-2-8-10 washout, failed to convert. Kind of got him on in a little bit of a hole, but they have come roaring back.
Yeah, so if I were him, I'd maybe move a little bit further right to get that ball into the pocket a little bit there, and that seems to be better.
Oh.
Oh.
Looks like he did that. Looks like he made a little bit of an adjustment. This right lane seems to be a little bit tighter than the left lane.
Yep, I think so too.
And looks like he made a little bit of an adjustment in his game.
And with the right lane possibly being a little tighter, you might even, he had probably adjusted from the shot he threw in the left lane, but with the right lane being a little tighter, he may have had to make even more of an adjustment than he normally would.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the Waterford team now has a 30-pin lead, the Waterford Lanes team. AMF Rose Bowl coming up on the left-hand lane, Terry Ketchpole. We've talked a lot about her and her game. Back in the second frame of this match, she threw a strike. She could use another one right here.
Yeah, it can help her team out a lot, just catapult them even higher in this match. Good toss there. Oh, man.
Leaves the swish-in 7. Very similar to what Dave Nelson left on the right lane.
Yeah, it sure was. She had the 1 pin that was going across. If she had a 10 pin up, it probably would have taken it out. But
she took care of the 10 before the messenger got there.
Yeah, yeah. I like how she's taking her time. She's hooking into it.
And covers it easily. I think this is the key player for Waterford, Megan Clark. 167 average bowler. Back in the second frame, she left the 4 pin and covered it. Working on a spare, Waterford Lanes is.
Wow.
Wow.
I like it. Hands
127 through 6 for Waterford with a strike up in the 7th. AMF Rose Bowl 96 in the 6th with a spare up. Waterford's out to a 31-pin lead. That strike by Megan Clark could turn out to be a really key shot in this match.
Yeah, I mean, to get them going into the last 3 frames of the game could be a big move.
Mike Cannon comes high, leaves a 6-pin. Looks like AMF Rose Bowl's having a hard time adjusting to the left lane that appears to be a little more open and hooking a little bit more.
Yeah, it seems like they're coming in a little high. It's not, the 2 lanes are definitely reacting different from each other.
Without a doubt.
Oh no, okay.
And Mike covers that up. So Nick Hughes up on the right-hand lane. Waterford Lanes got a 32-pin lead now. Working on a strike.
Nick is an asphalt tech. Wow. He's going really well through this series.
Increases their lead to 42 pins through 8 frames. AMF Rose Bowl better get on their high horse.
Yep, they better step it up right here.
Marcus Zioli up on the left-hand lane. Again, they're working on a spare. Their max score is 195. And the Waterford Lanes team is going at a 217 pace. He went high too.
All right, yep.
Again, I think they're trying to adjust off what they had on 48 on the right-hand lane, and it just hasn't been successful.
Yeah, so hopefully Fred, their anchor bowler, is taking note of
He can overpower anything.
Well, it's still, the ball does react.
Including Chuck Norris.
Right, and an alligator. So I hope he's paying attention just to watch what the other bowlers are leaving so that he may make a change if he really feels like he needs to.
Agreed. Okay, Ty Gordon up on the right-hand leg. Ty got a strike back in the 4th frame. He's been an outstanding performer for the Waterford Lanes so far in this series. Strike here would virtually seal the match.
Yeah, and he's been very solid through this whole series as well. Oh, this one's a little high. Okay, well.
Looking for a Brooklyn.
At least it broke it up and.
No split.
Didn't leave a split.
That's right.
He started bowling at the age of 3. And he started bowling in adult leagues and men's leagues since the age of 16.
And he covers it easily. So Tyke's father and I went to school together.
Oh, that's
Yes,
cool.
we did. Went to junior high and high school together. Used to bowl together as kids. We bowled together as adults over the years many times. Bowled nationals together. So I know Tyke pretty well in this family.
Oh, cool.
Up on the left-hand lane is Fred Daniels. The match is over. Waterford Lanes has it. Waterford Lanes will be going to the championship match against Woodland Lanes.
Wow.
Well, we'll see. Fred, I'm sure, would like to close out strong.
Yeah, whenever you're up, you want to bowl your best. He's quite a funny guy. I was talking to him before the match and said, what do you like to do outside of bowling? And he's like, I like long walks on the beach and poetry. And
Big dude like that? That was his?
that's what he said.
That's what he said anyway, right?
I'm going to take it for what it is.
I wouldn't question him either.
I mean, he beat up Chuck Norris in an alligator.
That's
so
right. I wouldn't question him.
He's done really well for his team when he's been in the pocket every time. I'm pretty sure he struck almost every time.
Well, except for the
Fill ball?
Yeah, for the 10th frame of the previous match when he left the 3-10 split in the 10th frame, but then he picked it up and then struck.
Yeah, he's been very solid for his team.
He had 3 strikes if you remember right, to tie the match in the first round, and then threw the strike to win the match.
Right.
So in a strike here by Fred will give Rose Bowl 183. The Waterford Lanes team has 175 through 8, spare up in the 9th.
So Waterford doesn't even need to bowl the last frame.
No.
There you go.
And another strike for Fred Daniels. Maybe we should just call this the Fred Daniels team. Don't be sad, Fred.
I don't think he'll be sad.
That's what Tiffany named the team. Somebody must have looked it up on YouTube that he beat Chuck Norris.
Must have. They said Chucky has no chance.
That's right. John Scott now up on the right-hand lane. Just wants to finish it out.
Oh, there you go.
Got it.
So John has an 800 series to his record. However, he does not have a 300 game.
Amazing.
So he would really like to get that ring to complete the set.
Absolutely. So 1 strike in the books here in the 10th, looking for the 2nd strike for John Scott.
Oh, well, it's a good thing.
Leaves the 7-10 in the pocket on the fill ball, basically, in the 10th frame of the match. No harm, no foul, no problem.
Yeah, good thing he didn't need that. But
timing is everything.
Through this whole series of the Century region, right, Century region.
Yep.
We have not seen a 7-10 left. This is the first one.
We saw it near.
Almost, right.
That's right, but we had not seen it until right there. So the Century Bowl region final match is in the books. Waterford Lanes 214, AMF Rose Bowl 183. They're going to face Woodland Lanes in the championship match of the Bowling Showcase Challenge next week. You know, we've come to 14 weeks so far, our 15th week coming up. The final match, it'll be great. Robert and I are going to go down and congratulate the winning team, interview the winning team right after these messages on Bowling Showcase.
Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth in Michigan. The championship events for this season include the Women's Championship beginning in February in Lansing, the Open Championship beginning in January in Grand Blanc, and the Youth Championship beginning in March in Granville and Comstock Park. These events are open to all members of the association based on gender and membership. Other events for higher average bowlers include the Youth Masters in November in Battle Creek, the Queens in April in Sanford, the Senior Masters for those over 50 in March, and Masters in April, both in Battle Creek. Pepsi Youth events take place in your league with qualifiers advancing to the state finals in May in Troy and Sterling Heights. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State USBC.
Okay, here we are with the champions of the Century Bowl region, Waterford Lanes. How does that sound, Ty?
Sounds great. Good bowling by everybody today. Team did a great job. Very proud of them. Thanks to Mickey and DC Craft at Waterford Lanes for sponsoring us, and let's see what we can do in the championship round.
So what do you think's going to happen? I mean, the Woodland Lanes team won 2 years ago. They bowled well every year. You guys are the newcomers, new kids on the block. What do you think your chances are?
Bring it on, let's go.
Okay, bring it on, let's go. We'll see you next week on Bowling Showcase for the Bowling Showcase Challenge Championship next week.